But I'm a fat guy who's with the crown on from Dale, and I got Pretty Kitty with me, and then I also got Bear Whistler. So, what up,
Ooh.
motherfuckers? Well, so, you got, I got some shit I gotta say probably in a little bit, but I'm eating. So, you want to say something? Go right ahead. Either one of y'all.
Well, listen.
Whoop whoop.
Woo,
Oop,
woo.
oop, my fat guy.
From
Keep
the
calling in the chat.
Yep.
Babe, this is good. Good.
okay, here's how it started. All right. I became friends with the girl Blue after I did my interview with the boy Blue. And um
Why are you slamming my door?
I actually kind of encouraged her to make a video discouraging Blue from asking for donations for beer, basically. And she did, and I commented under the video that she was crying in that video, and she was really upset in that video. And I just commented like, ooh, ooh, girl, I'm really proud of you. You said what you thought. You told them the truth, and you're being honest, and what you said was good. And I guess Wicked Juggalo saw that comment, and from that moment, Wicked Juggalo decided, for whatever reason, that I was his enemy. I never even knew he existed. Even I didn't realize that he had made a video about me being the subject that went on for like an hour long. Uh, until the girl Blue said, "Hey, look, this guy made a video about you." And I was like, "Who? Who is this person? I don't know this person." And then when I was watching the video talks like we had been interacting. He was making statements about conversations he had had with me. I'm telling you, Wicked Juggalo has some type of psychosis. He thinks that if he watches your video, that he's actually having a conversation with you. He thinks that if someone watches his video, even if he's never met them, that he is actually like there's actually he's crazy. That's what I'm trying to say. So I didn't even know he existed. He had already dedicated an hour long stream. Well, he doesn't know me and he didn't know me, but when something like that happens, I become confrontational. So what I did is I went into his stream when he was streaming and I said, "Hey man, why do you have your name in my mouth and why are you telling all these lies? I've never spoken to you in my life. Why do you have your name in your mouth?" And he had like 5 people in his stream at that time, and every single one of them started yelling at me and cursing me out and telling me that I'd chosen my path because I was talking to Blue and like it was all around basically the fact that I interviewed Blue on my channel, and so uh, so already I was like, okay, if they're not even, if first of all, he's not even gonna let people hear the truth because even at that point, he had all of his minions revved up towards me, and I was just saying, why do you have your name in my mouth and I don't know you? Um, but we had a mutual friend, that being NZJG. And NZJG had been on a bunch of streams, the same streams as me, uh, through Wookie the Juggalo's channel. And um, NZJG, I guess, feels like or felt like we had some special connection, which is also a bit crazy, to be honest with you. Um, because of that hangout. The thing is, though, I never talked to NC in private very much at all up until that point. Um, uh, though there were other people that were on that hangout that are my friends and that I have talked to in private on multiple occasions, cried to, found support from, all of that lot, but not NZ. Uh, but NZ basically, I sent him a message saying, listen, your homie over there is lying about me and why. And his response was to divert the conversation into a flirtation. So NZ started flirting with me uh, in via private message and hangouts, and he proceeded to flirt with me to the point where he offered to be my slave, where he said that I'm the only girl in the world that he can watch talking for hours, that he said that uh, he, that he wanted me, that he would support me through anything, and he was just always trying to divert the conversation to flirting. And like when um we were in hangouts together, so when there were other people around, and even he had been on my hangouts on my channel a couple of times, he's actually quite an intelligent guy, um and can be funny as well. And so, based on that information, I thought, well, yeah, if that's what he's like, then I could really like him. So, like, I was being responsive and like flirting back with him. And, um, and so basically, though, I was like, this is kind of stupid, NC, because you seem like you're really smart and you seem like you're funny. I'm wondering why you can't have a normal conversation with me and why you always have to divert everything back to flirting, because I think that you might be a really interesting person to like have an actual conversation with. And then he was like, oh, well, uh, I can't. He was always like, I can't right now. I can't. Like, he never would like talk with voice with me. He would always only chat in message with me, and so I started thinking this is kind of weird. And then finally, at some point, NZ goes, well, I have to tell you something. The reason why is because I'm married and I have kids.
Right here, right here.
And so basically he led me on for weeks on end, and it was just a diversion, I think, because of his loyalty towards Wicked. But obviously we understand now that anybody's loyalty towards Wicked is complete ignorance and foolishness. I mean, the whole thing with Wicked, basically, Wicked, okay, I think via NC, I ended up having contact with Wicked, and Wicked sent me a message very soon after we became friends on Facebook saying, listen, this guy Twisted Clown, the Magic Ninja, you have to watch out for him. He's hacking people and he is uh, making fake accounts of people and stuff like that. Where I thought that there was a fake account of me out there, and I know that there is a fake account of me out there because it just happened this week again. That one of my homies came up to me and said, you sent me a message saying you're a bitch and stay away from me. And I said, I never sent any message like that to you. So there is from that point that Wicked saw my comment on Girl Blue, a fake account of me. And all of the things revolving around the accusations of fake account and hacking are from the beginning of when he came into play, like when he made himself known to me. But from the beginning, I have fought him on this shit, and that's why he doesn't like me, and that's why he made the video on the Wicked Disc channel as well. Because the reason why I'm such a point of focus for him is because I have a BS filter, but I don't just have a BS filter. If my BS filter goes off, I go on the attack. Basically, not necessarily the attack, but I am an offensive defense usually, and maybe that's wrong of me to do, but that's just how I am wired. So, uh, so Wicked uh, was warning. Okay, but there's more than that just going on because Moon wanted me. The reason why I have Moon blocked is because Moon asked me to block Cryptic Flow the Ninja Low. And the reason why she asked me to block Cryptic Flow the Ninja Low was because Cryptic is religious and has some obnoxious viewpoints. And because she is triggered by the religious viewpoints that he has. But I don't care. She was so rude to me about him. And he is not me. And I don't block people for having obnoxious opinions. I block people for how they treat me, my friends, other people. So and that was only after 4 days of knowing her, where she had a complete conniption fit in my chat, on my stream, on live me in the chat, on live me in private, on live me in the MCL group chat. You can still go back and look in the MCL group chat. I can show you screenshots of that conversation if I still have them. I don't know, but she was going insane. Basically, she was just having a huge conniption fit towards me, and all of her problems and all of her life were whatever, for whatever reason they were my fault, I guess. And so basically from that point, I didn't want anything to do with her anymore. Cryptic never did anything to me. Cryptic has a different opinion than me. I enjoy that. I look for that. That's what makes my that's what gives me energy. It's people who think differently than me, or people who have extreme opinions, so that there's something to discuss. That's what I'm about. But none of those people from that Wicked team care about anything except I don't know how to explain that one, but okay, Wicked just so as I speak out about um all the stuff that is going on, there's a lot more that happened. So there's people that there's the Wicked and the NZ people who don't want me to talk to Blue. There's Moon that doesn't want me to talk to Cryptic. There's uh so many people that don't want to be in the same room with other people. So I just developed kind of a coping mechanism to be able to deal with it. If someone is going to tell me I can't hang out with someone for whatever reason, that is the person that is going to get blocked. So that became Wicked's worst hatred towards me, because Wicked does that to people nonstop, and you can tell that his little team uses the same strategy in life. Oh, if I don't like someone or someone has criticism about me, don't hang out with them. And it's childish. It's like 12-year-old 12-year-olds. I don't know, like little kids that are on the playground at school or something. And uh, yeah, he made a video about me on his disc channel. Oh, Jackal. There's still Jackal that I have to complain about right now. Jackal was like, watching all my videos, watching all my songs, always putting whoop whoop, much motherfucking weed clown love for life. Like he was always coming to my streams, and it was always positive about everything. Always trying to, like, if there was any type of problem between people, he was always trying to fix it. And he's the type of person where you think, well, he would never like choose sides, or you would think he would never do anything or say anything mean to anyone. That's the type of person that he came across to me, which I find very beautiful. And he ended up, and I don't know how Wicked accomplished this, totally corrupted by this fucker. Like he was literally, Wicked made this stream for of me. I got a message from Jackal saying, they said they're roasting you. Are you gonna come? They did not roast me. They defamed me, lied about me, uh, threatened me, uh, uh, verbally abused me, and uh, basically with a group, not just one person, but a group. And
Fucked up.
Jackal was right there laughing it up. And like, I'm like, I don't know how the fuck this guy does, like, it's like a form of brainwashing, because I knew Jackal for a few months and I'd never seen him be mean to fucking anyone ever, not once. And all of a sudden he was laughing and was just right there, like it was so funny. So anyway, uh, and fucking Nightmare, and who apologized to me the other day, but and Shaylee and Nightmare, when I was first broken up with my ex, and I was trying to start up my YouTube like normal, like it had been, and without all of the drama around my ex. And but I had a lot of problems trying to get over my ex when we first broke up. And uh because I was in an abusive relationship, Shaylee was like, well, I've been through that too, and you're safe with us, and you can talk with us, you can tell us anything, and we're not going to hurt you, don't worry. And they were right in there in that stream, yelling and calling me names, and laughing at the shit that was said about me. And it's like, how low can you go? Um, and then NZ the other day on his fucking stream, he says, you have everyone against you, everyone hates you. And I'm like, no, everyone that you hang out with and that you choose to hang out with and be, you choose to want to be like they do. But that says more about him than it does about me. And he doesn't really know anything about me. They're very judgmental people. Like, there's a lot that's said on my hangouts. There's a lot of extreme opinions expressed, and I entertain extreme ideas for the purpose of learning, but also for the purpose of entertainment. I will admit that. Um, but if you do not understand the difference between sarcasm and reality, just steer clear of me. Stay the fuck away from me. Stay away from my channel. If you don't understand sarcasm, and if you cannot handle people who are uh, uh, stand above uh, their own preconceived notions, to be able to have a good discussion or a good debate and learn something from it more than you're ever going to learn in your whole fucking life, just stay away from my channel then. And don't judge me. Don't judge me because I'm not going around trying to personally attack people and personally slander people like they are. I'm actually trying to accomplish something with my channel, and I'm not trying to make money with it either. But it would be nice if I could make money with it. But and I'm not doing it for power like they are, and I'm not, because I already understand the power of my influence. I understand that I get between 180 and 360 views every 48 hours, and that a CEO that is making 10,000 bucks a month doesn't have as much influence as I do at times with some of the videos that I make. So all of this drama is also very distracting from way more important issues. And the people that are starting it and firing it up with so many different people and like you know the moles that they send into different groups and like just the using a fake account to trigger other people people against each other or speaking some little paranoid thought into the one person so that they will be like have a chip on their shoulder towards the other person, that kind of shit.
When NZ went live earlier, did you catch that? Because I actually missed it.
No, I didn't. I've been streaming from Juggalos for LGBT.
That's the
Evening.
thing. He deletes his fucking streams right after he's done.
He does. He That's the thing that baffled me so much. Is like he had that whole time where he was trying to get with me until he told me the reason why he couldn't talk on voice with me. And and then and then he started like act like if I went to his stream he would like start acting really shitty towards me, and I could never prove it to anybody that he did it, and he would treat me like I was a fucking psycho if or and just deny it, but and then he doesn't record his streams. But I'm sure that's a part of it is that he told me literally, well, but no, actually I asked, does anybody know about this? Because I didn't, there was no way for me to know about this. He's like, no, I don't want anybody to know. You don't want any, he's like, I flirt with girls and I get with girls and I sleep around and all that shit. He was like, I fuck other get women and everything. And then he's like, but nobody, I don't want anybody to know. Well, you are talking. You don't know me, and I don't condone that shit. And I would. The worst thing is that you could not try and flirt with me and just tell me that you're married and have kids because like I liked him, like not like I wanted to talk to the guy that was in the hangouts with me. I didn't want to talk to some fucking sleep around disgusting penis.
When did you find out that he had a wife? Because we knew for like a couple months now.
It was like
For a while.
a few weeks after he started flirting with me.
Wow.
Crazy.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean, but he wanted to know. But the reason why he didn't say is because he was trying to get with me, and because he thought that he could get with me without voice or video. First of all, which I think is quite complex. Uh, but like I'm not gonna like that's why he ended up telling me that he had a wife and kids is because I was going when are we going to talk? I want to talk to this smart, funny guy that's in the Hangouts. This conversation is, but I can show you, I can just send you screenshots where I say like 3 different times, like, why don't you stop this? Why can't we have a normal conversation? Why can't you get on voice? What's wrong with getting on voice? What's the problem with getting on voice?
What is the problem with getting on voice?
Because
Does the kids
wife
and
and
wife being
kids
around?
can't do it secretly. But then he's like, "Oh, she knows." No, she doesn't know because you have to be all secretive about it.
Yeah. So what, you mad at him now? Or you're not going to be talking to him no more?
No, I've been mad at him for quite some time already. I mean, he's obviously shady. The one thing you were talking about, where he doesn't record his streams, so he doesn't have to be accountable for anything that he says to anybody. This is not what YouTube is for. I mean, you can use it for whatever you want to, but really just to take out your frustrations on people. It's like the lowest of the low.
Fuck yeah.
It's like you're setting a bad example for juggaloism. These people like Wicked and NC. NC literally said on his stream the other day that he doesn't like horrorcore and that he doesn't believe in family.
Yeah, I heard him.
Fuck. That's fucked up.
He said he doesn't trust us or something. I
Well, I don't trust that fuckface.
remember.
No, he's not to be trusted. And then he was like, when DC Fago guy came into his stream, he was like, "Oh yeah, me and DC Fago go way back."
Yeah, he goes back a couple years with them.
Yeah, I go like, I mean, what is the point of that type of statement? Like, he was like, and I don't care how many followers you have or don't have. Like, really, you want me to start naming my friends that have more followers than CPN or than them? Because, honey, you're not gonna win.
Yeah. Don't have any followers on Instagram.
And then he was like pissed off at me because I called him out. He had botted his own channel when I first was talking to him, and he had like the over 1,000 followers when I first saw his channel, and now he has like 300. So I'm like, where did all your followers go? And he was like, I've always had this amount of followers. I'm like, no, you had like 1,000 followers. Where'd they go?
Who NZ's lying about his followers?
I think at some point he botted his channel, his own channel, because when I first saw his channel, he had like 1,000 followers.
On subscribers on YouTube?
Yeah.
He's been around the 200 mark, like the 100 mark.
Well, then it was some type of I've never seen a glitch like that before, so it was something that was manipulated.
Snapshots or it didn't happen.
There may be a glitch that put him at 1K one time, but I think that's the only time he's gonna be seeing that 1K though. Like I'm at 1K though.
Like if you know if my channel ever gets popular, like really super like YouTube standard popular, if that were to ever happen, I would want it to be because people like me and they like what I do. They like what's on my channel. I would want to see that people like the content on my channel as I stand alone or with the people that are on my channel. Like how I set up my channel. I don't want people to, this is Cam. I don't want people to follow me because I know someone that's bigger than me.
Yeah.
All right, and he's saying, like, just like you with your fucking twisted clown who is left now, but you fucking made a video saying that I was nobody, but man, you maybe have 800 followers, but I know what it's like to have 36,500 followers on a site which is now dead, sadly. But I've had it all. This whole thing, like, it baffles my mind how superficial and judgmental people can be on in the world.
I was actually being kind of polite, but
Saying that I was nobody.
well, that was a pretty nice statement on my behalf. I could have been very more rude.
Why did you do that though?
I don't know. Because you were listening to what Doc was telling me. Like, what the hell?
All right. Oh yeah, it was at that time. And that's true, but that is his strategy, is to plant a thought here, plant a thought there, and turn everybody against each other. But what he doesn't realize is what's happening now is like everybody's realizing one by one who he really is. And
Oh my god.
so his mix of the, I don't know, people I think are still too forgiving for this shit that he's done. Hey Cam.
How's it going?
We are shit talking.
Excellent. Excellent, even, which is way better than excellent, because people like axes way more than they like X's.
This is true. I don't know. I think that like that it's really crazy the amount of kind of peer pressure that is uh is used in that whole situation, and that it's like grade school, elementary school behavior, and I kind of just want to be like, I was so happy when Blaze set up this channel, because I don't want this shit on my channel, but I still feel like a necessity to respond or to say something about what they are doing, but I don't want it clouding up my channel either. You know, it's just
Right?
and he is Wicked Juggalo is an attention whore, even though we're saying the truth about him and it's pretty much all negative. He still is probably jerking off to it, especially since I'm here.
That's fucking great.
An unfortunate truth is with a lot of these people, what their whole goal is to get a reaction, to see you triggered, and the biggest fuck you to give them is a smile.
Fuck yeah.
Ultimately, you want to point out the stupid shit, but you never want to be affected by these things. You always want to be laughing at the stupidity of his action and not feeling any negative yourself because of it, because like ultimately, like I said before, it's his own stupidity. He's going to cause a cannibalization of his own group. Most of those people are going to search for other clicks. Guess where they're going to go?
Yeah.
So really, I think it's kind of fucking, honestly, kind of comical. He only shit talked on me the one time he popped into the room there. but it's like I can see it very obviously. His whole goal is to just stir the shit pot and piss people off. There's this cocky look on his face, like a teenager who needs a smack. But like I said, the best thing for that fucking kid is to smile, look at him, and go, "You are such a joke, buddy."
Yeah.
Anyways, back to our conversation.
This is the conversation.
Yeah.
Like, let it out, man.
Straight up.
Let it all out. Let it all
Yeah,
out.
but that is true. It's like, and it's also like, I don't know what I know some of his background. I know that like his girlfriend was shot or something. I don't know exactly what it was, but I don't know how like I know he's like living with his mom, but like I'm thinking that I've seen it all too often, that people go through shit, and then everyone around them kind of just forgives them for everything because they've been through shit. Problem is that with typical wicked type people, they think they're the only people in the world that have ever been through anything, when in reality I would really like to sit down with I'd like to sit down with them and compare lives, because I feel like he feels really sorry for himself and he feels really righted in everything that he does.
Oh, well, he's not. There's gonna be always somebody around to let you know when you're not right, and when that person hears from that other person, they're gonna get really mad about that. And the only thing that comes out of their mouth usually 2017-ish, 2016 is the word hater. And instead of them just listening to what's being said and trying to better themselves, they just want to say, "Fuck you, you're a hater," and they don't even try.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's like hater is used now for anything that even like constructive criticism, or even someone who looks different or something or suggests something. If anyone has any type of suggestion, they're a hater.
That's like if you don't agree with that person's opinion at the time, well, you're a hater. That's pretty much how it is now.
Here's a real kicker, though. I mean, if you ask him, he would probably say he's a hater when it comes to you. But really, ultimately, if he can't keep your name out of his mouth, then he's a fan.
In a way, yeah. He's like, that's what I'm starting to call his shit. It's like fan fiction. I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back.
I got the best time because when I'm streaming, he's probably sleeping and stuff, so I don't have to worry about his ass usually. Because he fucking sleeps most of the day and then comes out at like 12 o'clock midnight when we're already sleeping.
It's a weird little light fucking glow off the bottom of my camera here, it looks like. You
It's
see
coming
that?
from your headphones. It's the blue light from your headphones.
No, not that.
Ah.
You see something right here? Right about there, a little purplish kind of blue mark in the color.
Right.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah. You know, there's a red light in front of my camera, and I'm not sure if that's what's doing it.
Could be
But I've
throwing
got
it
a
off.
tape on it now, and it's still there, just as fucking bright as it was. So I'm like, what the fuck? But if
Yeah,
I tilt the fucking thing, if I tilt it, the fucking shit's fucking better.
Yeah, I maybe it is the headphone. I really don't know. I couldn't tell you, but it looks like the same exact light that's coming from the screen. But yeah, but either way, it works like that now.
Try the other camera. Oh, it's not plugged in. One sec.
I have a gaming computer now.
Yeah, what kind of game?
Nice.
It is a
Hell yeah.
an Elite AMD FX.
I don't know.
Never heard of it.
Well, it's a combination of different computers put together, but it has a really high-tech graphics card, and it has space for 4 operating systems, and it has what else does it have? I don't know. It's a really cool computer though.
I normally run 3 operating systems. Well, not at
Yeah.
the same time, but
No, but I can build, and I can put in another video card as well, I think, after this one, but I don't think I'm going to need it. And my friend in Costa Rica is going to send me a bunch of PC games, so I don't have to buy them myself. And it's really good. I just played Path of Exile, my favorite game. I'm already on level 48 of it or whatever. For the first time, I played it without any lag and without any weird texture to the game, and it was really awesome because it was already my favorite game, and now it actually works.
nice.
So I want to shit talk about Moon though.
About what?
Moon, the girl.
Never heard of
Moon. Moon was in. Well, I already told a bit about it, about her wanting me to block Cryptic. But Moon was in my chance. I gave her a second chance, all right, because she was having a connection fit in private message on Live Me, and when I muted her conversation, she went onto the group and the MCL group conversation on Live Me and started yelling at me, and then I put up screenshots, and she was like accusing me of shit. She like
What the fuck's going on with that sound?
She screenshotted one part of a huge conversation wherein she was yelling and screaming at me, and then
Is
put
it
it
me or
into
what?
the MCL chat. So I just took every screenshot of the whole conversation and then
I don't hear it now.
straight.
You hear now?
Yeah, I hear it now.
No, fuck.
So I uploaded the whole conversation to the MCL chat instead of her one little excerpt of it. And then she started flipping her lid in that chat. And I was just like totally calm. And I was saying, listen, I don't want to talk to you when you're talking with me like this. And I was saying, and she was like, you triggered me, and Cryptic was triggering me. And I was like, well, then maybe we should talk about this tomorrow when you're less triggered. How about we don't talk about this right now?
It's
And
also
she just,
triggering.
and she just, yeah, exactly. And so anyway, I guess she was in a few different chats, a few different places where I was, and I was just saying, people were saying, why do you have her blocked? Why don't you unblock her? And she was talking about me in the chat. While I couldn't read her comments and shit like that, and 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 I'm like, I don't want to unblock her because she's crazy, basically, and she's having these conniption fits around me, and uh, uh, finally I unblocked her because Jackal was the one who convinced me to unblock her, and then when I did, it was like it didn't take a few days before same type thing was going on. She was in my chat, and there was a guy in there that she was like basically having chat sex with publicly in the group chat, in the chat of my stream, which was very disrespectful because we were talking about really serious issues at the time, and she was like having sex talk in the chat, and is with someone and has kids too, and so which people know, at least I know that, and I don't know if she's like expecting me to like what she expects, why people expect this, like why, because it's online, so it's okay, because everybody online has to kneel to your secretive dumbness. I don't like it. I don't think that, like, if you want to have a sex chat, that's fine with me, but don't do it in my chat, in my stream. Nobody wants to see that shit.
Fucked up. Crazy.
So, I mean, all these nasty people, if this was happening in real life and not in a chat, all of these fuckers would have herpes or something.
Fuck yeah. They'd have all types of disease.
So, I mean, and then they're mad at me. Like, I'm sure NZ is extremely mad at me for going onto his stream and saying you cheat on your wife in front of people. But just don't come to me with that shit. Then who do you think you are? It's like this guy in my stream this evening when I was trying to test out, make a game stream. He like came in there and he was like saying, uh, he was just being a total troll, and I'm like, and he's like been trolling my channel for a few days, and I'm like, if you think so lowly of me, why in the fuck are you coming to my videos? Why don't you go to someone who likes who you like, who you don't need to trash talk, or why don't you go to someone who I don't know, gets off on your disrespect?
Like I said, fans, regardless of whether or not they're being nice, they're fans.
Yeah, it's love me or hate me. It's still an obsession, I guess, but
Yeah. Howard Stern, number one reason that people didn't like him, tuned in, it's the same reason as the people who liked him. They wanted to see what he was going to say next.
yeah.
And hey, if y'all think Nightmare is all getting to be neutral, are those bud plants I'm looking at, by the way? Shit. But,
Are those what?
Damn straight, motherfucker.
I just saw some bud leaves, but yeah, like Nightmare, he's fucking around. He's not being for really real. Totally. He's like, I caught him in like 3 lies already. Like, nah. Yeah, those look like some fucking yanks. Yeah,
Damn
man.
straight they are.
Oh, and then
They look like clones, though.
Those are.
Those are clones?
There's these. These ones are not. The other ones in the other part of the room are.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, man.
Almost
Damn,
like
man.
I'm a pothead, bro. I'm a stoner for life.
You grow your own medication. That's what I like to see.
Fuck yeah.
No wonder why your house got so much light up in that motherfucker.
Fuck yeah. Bill's fucking crazy.
Not bad, man. You gotta go get, I guess they just have a little lamp system that you can just buy like a special lamp, and that's all you need.
That's what I got.
Oh, you guys got, well, would we look at it one more time? Just don't show nothing.
I got a
don't show
fuck.
the room like that, but just show the lighting, right?
I got a fucking kahuna.
Okay. Yeah, that's legit. Oh, yeah, that's a good lamp, man. That's exactly what we're talking about. You got that fucking down low, too. You got it right on them.
okay, so and then Shali just made a video where she said, I'm only going to be on here for a few minutes, and of course she was on there for like an hour and a half, but I only watched it for a few minutes because the first 3 minutes of that video she says, I'm totally against bullying and I'm totally against hating on people, and that's what the fuck I got doing. I'm like, if you're so against bullying, why were you right up in that stream laughing and bullying me? How fucking hypocritical. A Nightmare can apologize to me, but you can't, as female.
I have an interesting view when it comes to bullying. I don't know that I'm 100% against it. I was bullied when I was a kid. I was not a popular kid.
Neither was I.
I've
Boy, it made me a
I've
man.
achieved a level of excellence in my life to some extent, as far as the way that I've um, learned to deal with harder aspects of the world and shit like that. Um, I can handle some pretty stressful shit now. Some things that would probably make some less seasoned people a little bit buckly, but a lot of that comes back to having to deal with those conflicts. And in a place where those conflicts don't exist, it becomes a lot easier for totalitarian systems to march over people, because as much as a person can become a victim, if we don't have bullies in places stimulating those sorts of things in society, then society becomes complacently weak. Society completely loses its grasp and ability to deal with anything hard. And we end up with a system wherein people are a lot like the citizens you see in Demolition Man saying, "Have a joy, joy day."
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like if you can dish it, you should be able to take it. But I feel like there is a line that someone can cross, and I feel like there's a difference between
For sure, there should be a
being
line. Yeah.
sarcastic, making a joke, and like deliberately going after someone to uh I don't know, just deliberately going after someone. Like
Well,
for
here's the thing, though, is an interesting thing that happens when when that whole thing happens, though, is right. Um, either no, it can go shitty with especially like many people in a following of the shit. But I mean, culturally, the whole bully culture and all of that kind of bullshit almost always either ends up coming out with some form of validity, or it ends up coming out with ostracization for the person carrying it out. We'll take the old Nazis and shit. Not the old Nazis, but we'll say the older members of the KKK. You never hear them out there saying shit like you did back in the 60s and the 70s, because societally we stigmatized them really hard for their
yeah,
views. We were only able to do that because they were able to bully.
that's
This is
true.
where we come into the debates about free speech and the merits of championing the voice of your opponent, even when that voice is directed against you or is something you directly, on many levels, disagree with.
Hmm.
I'm a big proponent of free speech.
Yeah, me too.
Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
it's just
Right
that
on.
there's so many things that could be done with that breath that people waste to just call names and hate on.
Yeah,
You could
it's
have
mean
a
and it's
normal
shitty that they do it,
conversation.
but in the end as
Yeah,
well, their ability to do it shows us the monsters, right? And
Especially if
that's true.
people call that shit out. If we had a society wherein people were more likely to have, like, wherein people were less scared as they are today of speaking exactly what's on their mind or in their heart for fear of any kind of retributions. If people were just naturally more open like that, we would not have to worry so much about dishonest politicians,
Yeah,
right? We would know exactly who is fucking trying to give us a point. We'll take Richard Spencer, right? He's a fucking alt-right, fucking straight up does not believe black people are equal. Now, we are different. That is a fact. There are racial trait differences between the various peoples. But that doesn't make anybody better or worse or more eligible for rights, freedoms, or any of the various things that come from society. Rights and freedoms come from societal norms and social contracts. And our societal norms say that everybody is equal on the fundamental level of personal value, right? And how could I say? I started losing my train of thought there. I've been smoking a lot of shatter. But like I said, giving platform to everybody, especially the people we hate, especially the people who are bastards and saying shit that's just radically wrong, if they can't back it up, then they are shot down very easily in the
Yeah.
marketplace of ideas by
Yeah.
anybody who has any form of fucking debating skill.
Sure.
Little things get called out really easily, like fucking straw man arguments and fucking various other logical fallacies that get used in fucking things that don't have anything to do with the topic, right? Irrelevant bullshit getting thrown in, people trying to discredit a person because of shit that's not tied to debate. All those things. And then it just devolves into name calling, and that's when you know you've won a debate because they can't address the argument anymore. But so long as you stay on point and don't feel about things, right? When you see them starting to sling mud, that feels good. Because you know you've got this person. They're fucking to the point where they're fucking angry and they're fucking trying to spit fire at you to make you fucking feel about it. But you don't feel. You know they're an idiot.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's how it is.
My soul died years ago.
That's what Nightmare and Dog is doing to me. They're slinging mud because they can't fucking defeat me verbally. I fucking tear their ass up on the verbal. They just sit there and call me names.
Yeah, these people are like me and my fucking coworker. I should fucking send you. I should show fucking Fair. I'd show you a video of fucking some of the shit that me and my coworkers say to each other when we're at work in jest, just in fucking in jest. Like fucking literally, like get a fucking handful of mud and be like, and when it hits them in the face, be like, yeah, you're used to getting in the head, fucking hitting the face by white shit, aren't you? You fucking homo. And then you'll be like, oh, fuck you. Rah, rah. It'll be back and forth. We're just constantly razzing on each other. We body check each other into walls and shit. We very much promote an alpha male environment, and you know, it shows in our productivity. We are competitive. We fucking we produce because there's a certain nature of you better be pulling your weight, boy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right on.
Yeah. But like I said, you know, like we do that for fucking fun. For fun while we're working for 8 hours in the day. Like some fuck that is over there trying to say bullshit should have any effect on, you know what I mean? Take that mindset. Everybody should have that mindset.
Well, I just see, like, listen to somebody that you don't even know and they're sitting there talking about the shit. And, like, it's unfortunate that some of the shit that they're saying is, like, personal shit. But, like, if they're just going to sit there and try to humiliate you in any way, like, you have two choices. You can laugh at the motherfucker or you can leave that motherfucker stream and not have to listen to it at all.
Fuck yeah, man. It's fucked up. Don't even know the person and you're talking shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just, because, speaking of bullying, I consider what NZ's doing, like, I consider that bullying towards me, even though, like, when it comes to, like, physical or verbal altercations, I would totally bully the fuck out of him, but, like, he's just saying I'm robbing, like, homeless people, and, yeah, it's just stupid.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is that's what I'm saying is, like, if you don't know the difference between sarcasm and reality or truth and a lie, if you don't know the difference between joke and a reality and that type of thing, if you can't watch something without using some nuancing skills, then just, you know, don't even come to my channel. Don't watch my videos, because you're gonna come away from it confused and frustrated, and nobody wants to feel that way. I understand if it's too difficult for you to grasp, but
there's a lot of people who don't think with any nuance at all. There's a lot of people who think, for example, that I am a racist, sexist, and I'm like totally not either of those things. I'm just a Canadian shitpot stirrer who happens to see the world with a little bit of depth, understand rights versus freedoms. I'm able to weigh the mental math on those things because I was able to quantify them. Most people don't quantify any of these things. If you can't quantify something, you can't work with it in any kind of proper mental caliber. Here's an excellent example. People tell you about energy. They're talking bullshit. Quantify it. I mean, unless you're talking about electricity, which can be quantified, then we've got energy, right? Or mass versus shit. But like if somebody's saying like, here's an example, the racist black power people who say white people lack the melanin in their skin, and the melanin is what enables people to be able to communicate with fucking, what do they call it? Fucking cosmic energy. What the fuck is cosmic energy? It's bullshit.
But what makes them not? What makes them different than we are, according to science?
Just melanin.
Some sort of
Melanin is a slightly different mental build. There's melanin in the skin. There's, I think, a different in the number of vertebrae in the spine. I have to look into that, but there's a couple different races of people who have traits that different, and slightly different natural neurological wiring.
Well, we still
an
have,
average of 10 points lower in IQ in predominant areas culturally. But again, augmentable. Anybody can up their IQ. It's just a matter of studying. It's just a problem-solving skill set. It's not a measure of intelligence, so to say.
Well, here's something that a lot of people will find offensive. We actually have not just Homo sapiens sapiens. We still have Homo sapiens. We have Homo sapiens and Homo sapiens sapiens still.
Yeah, technically speaking, because there are fucking Homo sapiens who never left Africa and didn't interbreed with any of the other hominids.
So Roshi is asking why you have 666 in your backdrop.
Huh?
Throshit is asking why you have 666 in your backdrop.
Where?
Behind your head.
Flag.
This?
Yeah.
That's not a 666.
Well, it does represent 666 in America, for sure, dude. Like, when you hold
okay,
your...
I will tell you what this here is about. This flag is okay. Now, okay is an old hand symbol, right? This has been a very, very old symbol of affirming good things. Now, this flag, yes, it is designed off of a Nazi flag. That was done by the left wing in the same fashion that this here Kekistani flag of the fake nation, the nation that doesn't exist, of Kekistan, is, you see it's got the same style, but up in the top corner, you've got a 4chan logo, because 4chan created Kekistan. The /pol community of 4chan created it to make fun of the ridiculous leftists out there calling centrists Nazis. Groups like Antifa and all these other groups running around thinking they have an idea, fucking any idea what it is to be a free fucking person. People who advocate communism and socialism like it's some kind of better system. And I get impassioned when I talk about this shit, because like, how many people know the fucking, how many people did Hitler kill? Everybody knows this, right? Right, 6 to 9 million people, just the Jews, right? And then fucking like 20 some odd million died in World War II as a result of fucking combats, right?
Yeah.
Mao in China, communism killed 100 million people. 100 million people. That's one dictator with communism, right? Stalin killed way more people than Hitler did, and his kill count dwarfed fucking Mao's. No, it was way, like, Mao's was way bigger than Stalin's, but like,
Mao Zedong.
Literally every time they try pure socialism or pure communism, they kill millions of people because it requires taking the means of production away from them.
I see you're a fellow Kekistanian.
Oh yeah, but you know what Kek is? K-E-K?
No.
You remember World of Warcraft? You play World of Warcraft at all?
No.
Okay, well, if you were in World of Warcraft, right, and you were a member of the Alliance, and I was in World of Warcraft, and I was an orc from the Horde, and we encountered each other in the globe menu, out in the world somewhere. Now, when I speak, I have a speech bubble that comes out of my mouth, but elves don't speak Orcish. So anything that I say on my computer, other members of the Horde can understand it, but you as a member of the Alliance receive gibberish. When I, as an orc, say lol and go ha 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 ha, you see Kek. Kek is lol. Kekistan is lawlistan. Farming keks, all the lingo you hear about that is farming lols. Laughing at these fucking political fools who think, like I said, they have an idea what freedom is, or you'd think they would have an ounce of appreciation for the society they have. I mean, fuck, the West is fucking it created the modern world, Western society, in the period of fucking under 100 years. It gave us fucking from fucking steam technology to the modern fucking rocket age. It came from the fact that we had Western capitalism. America created radar. America created the internet. America created GPS. That was just military shit. That's not even counting civilian fucking inventions. So it's like, I don't know. I have a profound appreciation for capitalism and for Western society. I believe it's something worth protecting.
Anarchy and disorder all the way. Sorry, I disagree with you.
I told you it'll only work in small groups. With the number, we'll kill each other right down. It only works in groups of 50 or less to have any kind of an anarchist system. And even then, once those groups become too many in number and start intermingling with each other, their tribal styles will clash. And you just get back to what the natives had before the white man caught here, and what they had in Europe before Alexander the Great or Genghis Khan went through and for the first time unified tribes under a localized flag and gave them a common banner to fight under.
Well, it depends where you live. First of all, if you're far enough away from everything to begin with.
But yeah, ultimately that's what this flag represents. This flag represents triggering leftists into thinking something that's false, because that does not mean white power. It's something like the 4chan started saying. This is a real kicker because of all the bullshit that the far left in America is doing. The 4chan group has really been trolling a lot of shit. The 4chan group, it wasn't the left wing who started saying that this was racist. The people in 4chan were like, man, these leftists are really fucking stupid. Let's fuck with them. How can we fuck with them? Well, why don't we tell them that this means white power? Yeah, you see, there's a W and a P. Totally, yeah. From now on, this means white power. And this is a bigot symbol for two genders. This two. This doesn't mean peace anymore. This means two. Their latest exploit is they are going to commandeer the gay pride flag, the rainbow flag, to be a racist right-wing hate symbol because it keeps the colors separate. So
What the fuck?
yeah, I'm dead serious. And fucking
What the shit is that?
The leftists have been biting and biting and biting on absolutely everything. These center-right shitpot stirrers have been just fucking with them with. So this flag is a big fuck you to the left-wing idiots who think that this means white power and that white privilege is a thing and are most likely feminists, massively into identity politics, and have a completely fucked up view of the world.
I don't agree with either side of anything. I disagree with everybody.
I don't agree with either full side of the
Pesky
spectrum.
stand?
Oh,
That's
come
why
on, man.
I
What the
identify
fuck's
in
up with this
center.
Nazi shit?
Where?
They're ninja
See this
stars.
shit in the stream here?
I'm gonna say they're ninja stars.
Oh, gross shit.
I'm gonna Ninja Star's fucking face in a minute.
Yeah, he throws those in.
I'm sorry I laughed so hard there. We have swastika peoples, but he's got a wrench.
Yeah.
Yeah, he throws shit's okay.
No, that's
Yeah, no, really though, if you guys want a really good fucking, a really good laugh and a really good little chunk of information, there's a few things for you to look up. Look up the history of Kekistan, and you'll come across a fake history of Kekistan that goes back through a lot of interesting bullshit. If you keep up on any of the old shit, like if you know about Gamergate, one of the neighboring countries was Sarkeesiya, Greater Sarkeesiya, and Kekistan. And Normistan, a nation so boring, nobody even remembers anything about them.
Sarkeesian and TJ Kirk gonna debate each other.
Who knows?
Can I
But no, look up
moderate
that. But that, and look up the history of Pepe the Frog, because there's actually some weird prophetic shit about Kekistan. Like, not a lot of people know this, but like weird shit. Check this out. For example, when you make a post in Reddit, it receives a random a number that is designated to the order in which it was posted. Right? Now, when you post in there, you don't have an account and then you post, right? So the only way they order these posts, because there's no identifiables tied to them, is that association number, right? And that's how you can manage to reply to certain things that people have said. But it just becomes a thread in there. And this one dude, before Donald Trump won the election, went in there and he found a bunch of fucking comments that had been made that had double and triple sevens in them. And he made a comment that said Donald Trump will win the election, and he posted it. And it was given the number 777777777. Now, the chances of this are really fucked up and rare, number one. And number two, Kek is actually an ancient Egyptian deity who was said to have manifested fucking truth from darkness or some shit like that by reciting numbers as a mantra. By reciting numbers in repetition as a mantra. No bullshit. So there's like this interesting culture. He was a god of chaos as well, too. He was a chaos god. So posting that you see with Pepe the Frog and all that kind of shit is beautiful and oddly prophetic. And it has weird coincidences that shouldn't have happened, and it's directly tied to, like I said, it's interesting watch. Look up the history of Kekistan for the laugh, and then look up the history of Pepe the Frog and actually take a look at some of the shit. Like, there's ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs depicting a guy sitting in front of a computer shit posting, apparently. And it's on a statue of a frog that is Kek. This is a relic from ancient Egypt. There were prophecies about Kek coming back.
That's gonna be where, like, if that point where nobody remembers it to be a joke.
Oh, very possibly. But that's the interesting thing, though. Like, if there is any truth to prophecy, like, I'm not a superstitious person, but this meme culture, this shit posting, could be a manifestation of that prophecy coming somewhat to fruition. You know, God doesn't have to come back for his essence and meaning to be here. He was a god of chaos, a shit posting god, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, check this shit out. It's fucking hilarious. Kekistan.
Crazy.
Oh, when I went into the army surplus here and I seen the Kekistani flag, I was like, my God, you guys have Kekistani flags. And the guy behind the counter, his eyes like lit up. And his friend, they were like, my God, one of us. The one we've got, man, it's way more triggering. And then they pull out this one, and I'm like, geez, fucking Christ, buddy, you just sold yourself 2 flags.
It's crazy.
They gave me some stickers too. Little Kekistani flag sticker. Yay, Kekistan, free nation of Kekistan, oppressed by the normie for far too long.
And then
you've seen these people on. Oh yeah, the rubber dicks. Rubber dicks on rubber guys. Men will start to worry when they start making ones that are capable of opening the pickle jar.
What the
fuck?
Oh my God. Look at our shit fucking flagged.
No.
Or blocked, whatever the hell that is. Fucking chick is crazy, man.
Well, she'll get the blame for it, not me.
I seen that video earlier. And it reminded me of something that I said a few times, that whenever I think about my job sucking, I think about that guy who works in the dildo factory dyeing the tips of rubber dicks the right color. And then I immediately don't hate my job as much. And now that I've seen that video, I'm like, Jesus, these people are making ultra realistic cocks and balls, and they're fucking stitching the hair into them. And this guy is proud. He's proud to have his job because he feels like he's providing a service and he's doing his part. And that's beautiful, you know, more power to him. And I am going to keep on throwing mud on the walls because that's my job.
I just noticed what time it was, so I'm gonna wrap this up in like 8 minutes. This stream,
Oh,
because I
shit.
didn't know what time it was. So.
12:42.
Yeah,
Got work tomorrow.
we're usually in bed by 10, man. So.
Yeah.
8 more motherfucking minutes, motherfuckers.
Well, fuck
Saturday,
you.
I would like you guys to join in talking about psychological and emotional problems and medicine use and therapy, or the lack thereof, or your opinion on the matter. Do you think that it is taken too seriously, not seriously enough? Um, or how do you feel about the medicine that people are prescribed? How do you feel about what's offered to people? Should there be attention more to family and friends of these people? Have you had your own experience with these problems? Whatever, anything having to do with that is what I'm hoping to discuss.
Fuck medication.
Yeah.
Depending.
Yeah.
Situational with that. And I'm a guy who'll say fuck medication because I believe in addressing the issue. But my dad used to sit in the bathtub and have fully fledged conversations with the other half of himself. Two split halves. He would tell himself to do things. He did some very bad things. And only after he was on drugs with a little bit of counseling did he see the errors of his ways and all that kind of shit. I couldn't see him for a long time due to his mental health.
Yeah.
But yeah, my mom told me some stories. And luckily enough, I got some time with him before he passed, though. And after he was on drugs,
Oh, yeah.
he was one of the best people I've ever known. It's the damnedest thing, because apparently he fucking tried to fucking very violently. But when I got to know him afterwards, after he was doing better, of just how good a fucking guy this guy was. A friend of his stole his guitar and sold it for fucking crack. And my dad went and he knocked on his door. And when he opened the door, my dad tried to give him money. What the fuck are you doing? He was like, man, you're my friend and you were hurting enough to steal from your friend. I want to help you and fucking get some shit and we're going to sit down and we're going to try to conquer this.
Fuck yeah.
And that's the kind of guy he was after he got on drugs and help. That being said, a lot of the drugs that are out there do fuck people over. Big Pharma is fucked up.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, but in my dad's case, he needed what he had. Without it, he was the kind of fucked up that you don't ever hope to meet in person.
Yeah. I mean, I have a feeling that a lot of people on my friends list on Hangouts have either experienced stuff themselves or with people around them, or family members of, or, you know, do have ideas about it. So I'm sure that, you know, there should be some interesting discussions. I know it's obviously, it's triggering or whatever, but who gives a fuck?
I don't mind triggering at all. I think fucking people who think that they have a right not to be offended are idiots. And anybody who demands a safe space, especially the idiots who try to claim PTSD is a reason for it, dental psychology, they don't understand that PTSD is addressed by confronting those traumas,
Yep.
not having a safe space from them, which is why the military vets got so pissed off with the fucking bullshit artist feminists saying, I have PTSD, I need a safe space. And they're like, fucking excuse me, you have PTSD? Because they have real PTSD, and their psychologists aid them in facing that PTSD so that they're not fucked up by it. It's not a safe space kind of thing.
Oh, that's cool. Are you talking about the metal thing? Did you talk about? Oh.
No, now we're talking about triggered people.
It's just like that whole thing that happened.
I like metal, though.
Moon,
I love
the
metal.
whole reason why Moon started being verbally abusive towards me, which basically is very ironic because she was acting like Cryptic was the one doing something abusive, but in the end she's gone on for months abusing and yelling at me and shit like that, and calling me names and like turning people against me that I don't even know, because someone else was on my hangout, but she was saying that because she had been in a negative interaction with a Christian where she got stabbed by the person because she was having a religious debate, which she's not even an atheist though. She was having a religious debate between like an Egyptian religion and Christianity, and the person ended up stabbing her. Well, then nobody can ever, anywhere where she is remotely in the area, have a religious debate. And she could just leave the stream and leave the chat, but that is not something that she did. She literally tried to take control of the whole situation and would have me start banning people so that she didn't need to be triggered about her traumatic thing. Well, it's kind of, in a way, I know that it's a terrible thing that she went through, but hey, listen, I am confronted with triggering things every day of my life with the shit that I've been through, and I don't ask other people, and I don't need other people to walk on eggshells for me, in those matters. What if I am being adversely affected by trauma from the past? I know that it's because of trauma from the past and not because of the people around me today. And if it's adversely affecting me that much that I'm going to flip my wig every single time there's a suggestion of something, then I need to seek help, and I need to check myself and check my own skills and how to process things in my own mind, and not go and put that on other people to walk on eggshells for me.
Word. It's like, could I say, there's an English comedian, famous guy, I forget which one he is, though, who was fucking, he said something along the lines of, if my statements or opinions hurt your feelings, it's on you to get better feelings, not on me to get better statements or opinions.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah. So, like, yeah, she has to learn to deal with that shit. Especially if it's something that's fucking troubling her, she needs to get in there and debate those things and fucking address why she feels the way she does. Otherwise, she's just gonna keep on being a victim of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also the these people just shouldn't even be on YouTube. They just need They should be in therapy, is what they should be. And then they can come back to YouTube after they've been through therapy.
Hey guys, I'm gonna stop this broadcast for tonight, but I'll leave the hangout open for you guys if you want to hang out in there. So I'm gonna do another hangout again tomorrow. Every night we'll do one. Let me give some quick shout outs. Motherfucker, shot. So Blaze Motherfucker, Steve Stanko. Let's see. Brooklyn Menace, James Holland, Joe Shit. Alright, we got Cam up in here. See him throwing up his thing.
Hey, okay.
We got Pick up on fastest, nobody man, motherfucker. Yeah. And we got the panel up here. So you guys are welcome to show tomorrow with us. Hopefully we got Blaze up on here tomorrow. So yeah, so James Holland. We out this motherfucker, so woo woo.
Woo woo.
Alright.